All right, underway. Here we go. That is the Vets 35 to 44s into the whole shot corner. We've got one down. There's a bit of carnage there. There's a big pile up there. We're going to go racing as well. We've got the, I think, the 103 Damien King. The Damien King on the new Honda there, the Ultra Honda supported man Damien King. We'll get the whole shot. There's at least half a dozen still down on the first corner. So we've got drama. We're still trying to get the other start underway. So that'll be slowing it down. But the 103 of Damien King, our fastest qualifier. It was a massive 3.8 seconds quicker than anyone when we went qualifying, and now he is out there flying. Already got a little bit of an advantage. Back to the 113 of Daniel Fogarty in there, second place. We've got the 102 of Robo MX Coaching's James Robinson. He's on the City Honda as well. So a great field of junior vets, we call them, the 35 to 44 years veterans class, and brilliant to see as the having trouble getting the other ones away. So we've got drama here. We've got a start still on the line. We've got half a lap already down. Damien King's flying all ready to jump number 8. So the drama here at Summercross. Hopefully we can get the bikes are all tangled up. We'll see what happens here as we go racing through the White's Power Sport. A little sawdust jump section there, around there. Damien King, awesome to watch. Been doing a little bit of riding, he tells me. I caught up with him this morning and feeling really good. So we're all on here. The 102 of James Robinson, they're in second place, but we've managed to get that first corner sorted out down there, Neil. We're still having a look.
One of them away, but his numbers covered in mud, so sorry I missed that. And there's still one of them having trouble getting the bike started. He's over on the edge of the track, but the track is clear. Brad, the track is clear, which is the main feature, allowing him to get away.
Now we're underway with the second one. So the senior vets, the 45 plus years vets, and a good start there from the 33 of Darren Capel. So he was also the fastest qualifier. They all get away cleanly. So 13 vets out there in the senior class, and Damien King already on the back of them. So he'll have work to do. But it is with the 33, the local man from Whakatane, Darren Capel. Cape's the man. He's flying there at the moment. We've got 720 of Alan Nichols. He's right there in the 007 of Mitro. So these guys are going to have some great battles. 45 plus years veterans out there at the moment.
Good mate Ryan out there to kick up a storm. The man from Rongotea, Ryan Winiata, on the City Honda supported Manawatu Mini Spreaders CRF 250. So there we have our Rojak sponsored 35-44 class outside of our Perini Trust. 45 plus, of course, Perini. Proud to be supporting Moto Perini. If you haven't had the opportunity to ride Perini Park, you're missing out on a fabulous track, and more importantly, a great facility. And they had a very good 3-hour endurance race in the off-season as well, quite popular, I think, back on early in October. So nice to see more of those kind of events out there, and particularly for the fact that we had a number of people that partnered up to do that endurance event. Not enough of those, of course, with the likes of 2 years in a row now, no Tarawera 100 and things like the Achubi's 4-hour, no 6-hour anymore, so really missing those off-road endurance events. Here we are, 243 to look out for with our 45 plus, then we go to 33, there's Cape, so the 243 that we've got first up. And our field at the moment is from our previous group there, and Scott Walsh who'd been involved in that carnage on the whole shot corner. So Scott, he almost appears to be first in the older group, but unfortunately it's because he's a long way back from a slow start in the other group. But 33 and Mr. Darren Capel doing so well here at the moment as we look out for this leading lineup in our 35-44 bets at the moment. Keen to watch those results as they go through. And your front runner, the 103 of Damien King, of course, now manager extraordinaire at Ultra Honda in the North King country town of Aotearoa, and followed then by then followed by, we've jumped our program, we'll come back to this, still the Scott Walsh one. I suppose it's caught us out a little bit there at this stage. So Damien King, James Robinson, Daniel Fogarty from Dion Steiner. So Damien on the 103 and James on the 102. You'd almost think they're a teammate, Brad. You'd almost think it's a type. One's 103, one's 102, and they're both on their respective Hondas.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to see James Robinson out there on the Robo MX Coaching. He's just 6 seconds back. He didn't get the best start. He's done all the work to get into second place. We'll see, keep an eye on that gap. But about 6 seconds of a gap now. There's plenty of traffic out there for the front guys to contend with. So keep an eye on that battle for first and second. We've got James. He won his respective class at the New Zealand Veterans Nationals earlier this year. So definitely going to be one to watch, and some great racing all over the track. We'll try and keep an eye on it. It is still with Capes. He's still leading the senior vets, and Damien still out there with the junior vets. So 2 races inside the race and absolutely frantic at the moment.
All right, so 33 watching the Yamaha. Yes, indeed, good work out here for Darren Capel, courtesy of Promoter, Taupo Yamalu, Blue Crew Yamaha, New Zealand, Fox Racewear, 100% goggles with Pirelli tyres and Sabaki chains. Whakatane's Darren Capel, your Clear and Country front runner. He's the man at the moment.
So we can update there with the senior vets. It is sitting with the legendary Capes, Darren Capel, the number 33. He is flying at the moment. 007 Mitch Rowe, he's managed to get himself up into second place in that little race there, but not too far off the pace as well. So Mitchell, not the best start, but he's in second place now already. And then go back to the 71 of Auckland's Richard Furs on the Furs Architecture and Design, Alfoils YZF 450. So that's Richard there into third place. And then we go back already to Damien King, who is right on the back of them. So the top three in the senior vets are now getting hunted down by the 103 of Damien King on the Team Ultra Honda Crown Kiwi supported machine. We go to the 102 of James Robinson, and when they cross the line, it's still at about 6.2 seconds, so that gap has stayed pretty firm with a bit of clear track in front of him now. Let's see what Robo can do. James Robinson on the City Honda Moto SR and Canterbury Biltong supported C4 Energy Man. Absolutely brilliant to see Robo out here. Had his son Elijah riding on the mini track yesterday, so brilliant to see Summercross, a full family affair for James Robo Robinson. We go back to third in that class, Dion Steiner. He's doing a good job there, so manages to get himself into third. And as we catch the update for the senior vets, it is still with Darren Capel ahead of Mitch Rowe, and then go to Richard Furs. So brilliant stuff from these guys, and they get 10 minutes plus a lap, so frantic pace set already. As we have a look, there's great battles going on all over the track. We've got the 393 here of Ryan Winiata, the Man-or-Two Mini Spreaders man from City Honda in the Man-or-Two area. Great to have Gunner out there doing it. And here's our number 33 coming over the start finish line. So that's Capes. Brilliant to see Capes there. The 007 of Mitch Rowe definitely hunting him down. So watch that gap there. There's not a hell of a lot in it, about 20 odd bike lengths as they head over the Scott Goggles little tabletop there and head around to the sky jump. There we go with the 103 Damien King. He's got a decent advantage now. Back to James Robinson. We'll keep an eye on that on the MXT motocross and track timing as we see him cross the line. That has gone out to about 9 odd seconds. So Damien King turning the screws and stretching out that advantage at the moment. Back to James Robo Robinson. There's the 525 of Dion Steiner. Brilliant stuff to have Dion out there on the KXF 450 from Moto HQ, and Patterson O'Connor with Crown Kiwi in behind him. Then we go to the 314 and the 213 having a good little battle there. So that is in the senior vets class with Keith and Scott out there, both on Hondas. So we're going to look and try and catch a glimpse of our battle. It's going to be the two race leaders on track pretty close together as we see Damien hunting down Mitch and Darren Capel. So Capes at the northern end of the circuit there, flying. About to start the fast back straight here. We go back to Mitch Rowe, who still can't quite reel him in. So good work from Capes, keeping that distance back to Mitchell there. We've also got Damien King doing a good job, but keeping that gap pretty firm out in the lead of his one. So two races on the same track at the moment. We'll try and keep it updated as we can. The small vets 35 to 44, Damien King. Go back to James Robinson, and then Dion Steiner, and then we go to fourth place there, doing a good job. As we go senior vets, the update there, Daniel Fogarty, he's in fourth place, Robbie Stewart, Johnny Edwards, Clint Beattie, good work from Clint upside in the top 7, he's doing some good work there, Jared Dixon, Neil Thompson and Michael Fleming rounding out your top 10. The senior vets, Darren Capel, he's doing a good job, he's in first place in that one, and behind him the 007 of Ideal Buildings, Mitch Rowe. So that's a good little battle there, not a lot in that one. Then we go back to the 71, that's Richard Furs on the Furs Architecture and Design. Alfoil Spine Moto Mark. So that's the YZ 450 there for him. Well done to Richard. We also look for Tony Cooksley. Awesome stuff from Tony Cooksley, who's got now ahead of the 720 of Alan Nichols. So Alan Nichols and Tony Cooksley. There we go. That's a great little battle there. That's third and fourth in the 45 plus years veterans class. We've got 2 laps to go. And Damien King absolutely flying at the moment. He's just coming up down the Alpha Pipelines number 3 step down. We've got Darren Capel and Mitch Rowe. They're just ahead of him on track, but not on the same lead lap as him. They had the split start here for the veterans, so keeping an eye on Damien King. Robo there in second place, he's still there. We've also got the 525 of Dion Steiner, that's still third place, as we try and catch a glimpse of the two races out there at the moment. Absolutely brilliant stuff at the Honda Summercross, the 48th running of the Summercross this year, and the track's looking absolutely fantastic. There's some braking bumps and ruts already forming up, so with the first race underway at the moment, we are in for a brilliant day. The white flag is ready and waiting, so it looks like Damien King, he's at the back straight at the moment, looking to come back around into this awesome little stadium section. We've got the number 8 jump, that is Aqua Plus there, and then we go into the White's Power Sport, a little rollers section. So Damien King on the Ultra Honda Crown Kiwi supported machine has got the white flags ready and waiting in his side. Here's the battle for first and second. Look at Mitchell, he is now really starting to get on the back wheel of Cape, so have a look at that battle there. There's only about 15 bike lengths in that one now, so they're going to have a couple of laps to go as the white flag poised, ready and waiting. Here comes over number 11, the Scott Goggles jump. That's our race leader, Damien King. Great to see Damien, he's been doing some good riding. He's feeling pretty good, the most prepared he's been for Summercross in a number of years, so great to have Damien King as we've got 1 lap to go on our timing. The white flag is out. Here's Robo, it's second place for Robo, so we'll comfy second place as we go back to Scott Goggles and see the 525 of Dion Steiner, and then in behind him on the YZ250, the legendary Tony Cooksley, still out there doing it. Man, he would have done quite a few Summercrosses over the years. TC, what a legend. On the 2-stroke as well, the YZ250 2-stroke. So we are on the final lap of this one, and there is still plenty to talk about as we go to our overall battle. It is with Damien King ahead of James Robinson, then go to Dion Steiner in 3rd place. Daniel Fogarty still in 4th with Robbie Stewart running in 5th. Johnny Edwards in 6th place. Clint Beattie, good work from Clint up in the top 7, and Jared Dixon rounding out our top 8 on the lead lap at the moment. Fantastic stuff in this Rojak Limited supported 35 to 44 years vets, and we've got the Perini Trust sponsoring our 45 years vets, so that's fantastic to have the Perini Trust on board. Absolutely brilliant as we see down the back straight at the moment. Damien King, he's got half a lap to go and well in control of this one.
Yeah, well, certainly Damien making it look pretty easy in the end, although I wouldn't have thought with James and his quality as he's been showing lately that he would have had it quite that easy, so well done to Damien. Now on board, getting a little bit more time hopefully, and being in the North King country to practice. So here we are looking out Brad, and the 2-stroke war is on. The 2-stroke war is on. The 007 with Mighty Mitch, and their battle all there at this stage. Of course, those guys in that our next group, remembering it was a delayed start, so Darren Capel, Mitchell Rowe in there. That's our pickup that we had previously. Then looking out to Tony in there, so Tony Cooksley, and battled on as well with Alan Nichols and Richard Furs. So keen to watch those guys. A race within the race, so the double classing. There we are, the 103 all the way, checkered flag, and taking it away. And in the end, those first two, and in the end, 11 seconds. So Damien King over James Robinson, and the Robbo's MX Coaching supported City Honda CRF 450. But Brad, Damien King still showing his class there.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like he's still riding in his prime as well. Smooth as. Neat.